first pass of cleaning the playfield turned out really nice. All the colors are popping back, got all the dirt and grime off. Give it one more coat of wax and it'll shine up like a diamond, but so far so good. Tear down, everything's looking good, so we'll just move forward with starting to LED this and put on the new posts and rubbers and everything I got from Titan Pinball. All right, got the left ramp all cleaned up and it looks pretty spick and span. Everything's nice and clean. Everything scrubbed up out from off of it, and no issues with it whatsoever. One thing I am going to change is all these star posts up here. So you see they were clear at one time, black rings around them. These are dingy. I'm going to go ahead and replace these with something a little more aesthetically pleasing and something that I think matches more. I'm going to change them out with green posts with white rings around them. That way it looks similar to a snow-covered evergreen tree, which fits the theme of South Park. So I'm gonna put these in place, replace those old busted clear ones, and it'll look really snazzy when it's all said and done. For the damage on the Kenny hole, luckily everything is actually pretty flush. It's just some chipping of the actual playfield paint there, but got some Cliffy protectors, nice thin steel. Gonna put that on there. It's gonna cover up the front there. And then this is actually going to go on the underside to protect this part of the lip there. So let's go ahead and get those installed and start protecting this. And while I was prepping everything to install the Cliffy protectors, I thought it'd be a good time to clean the subway. It is not 100% spotless. There's still, reminiscence of some ball trails there. But overall, it doesn't look like it went through a chimney sweep. It looks much, much better, much cleaner, and overall much more aesthetically pleasing. It's going to keep the playfield and the balls cleaner, so that'll be nice. Okay, the Cliffy is installed, looking good, nice and flush, clean. Can't see the damaged area any longer because it's completely covered up, so that's nice. I'm going to do something a little bit different over here and over here. So right here there's an optical sensor for Kenny, and that gets broken quite often on this machine just because it's unprotected. It's covered up by plastic, but this plastic always gets cracked, this one too. So I found this really cool thing on Thingiverse. It's a mountaintop snow protector type of thing. So we got one over here for the left side, one over here on the right side, and then a little cover for it so it looks like a nice little snow mountain. But here on the side there, it's got a space for the optical sensor, so it's fully protected, and you don't have to worry about breaking or smashing it with a pinball or anything like that. So not only is it aesthetically pleasing, a nice suitable replacement for broken plastic, but it also serves as extra protection for that optical sensor back there. All right, mailman just dropped off my special delivery. In the words of Forrest Gump, Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs. Got some brand new legs here. Some nice teardrop side armor, lollipop rails, whatever you want to call them. So that's looking good. Got some nice bright shiny leg bolts, and of course some brand new leg levelers with nylon bushings on the bottom. So that'll give a nice new stance, nice new armor there to cover up some of the art before I replace the art. And before I throw these on, I'm going to head over to the powder coater and see what they can do for me. Test playing the machine, flippers actually feel pretty good, but since I'm already doing extensive, refurbish, renovation type stuff on this, I might as well go ahead and whip out the flipper rebuild kit and put all new parts and pieces on the flippers and just make sure they're in tip-top shape. Like I said, since I'm already undergoing everything else as far as refurbishing this machine, makes perfect sense to go ahead and get in here and rebuild these flippers while I'm at it. So as you can see, the old pop bumper skirts, not only are they filthy, but they've actually been chewed up there on the edges, so these definitely needed to be replaced. Got some brand new white ones from Marco, all nice and pretty, haven't been chewed up or eaten up or anything like that from years of abuse, so go ahead and swap those out. The cups themselves, those will clean up fine, there's no damage on those, but skirts definitely needed replacing. So here we have the Cliffy protector, nice thin steel. He also makes one over here for the Cartman hole. However, I'm going to do something a little bit different. This is a 3D printed hole protector, and the difference between this and Cliffy's is, number one, Cliffy's is made out of steel. This is made out of, very strong plastic. However, Cliffy's only really protects the top layer here and doesn't really do anything about the inside of the hole. So I'm going to try this out. Heard positive things about it overall, but it's going to actually offer some inside protection right there. So lo and behold, we'll give it a whirl. Also has some inlane drop protectors here where the ball is constantly coming out of the ramp and just hitting the playfield. That's where we had some wear issues, but we've already got that taken care of. Covers up all the wear so the playfield doesn't look all tore up or anything like that anymore. So we'll give it a whirl. And it snapped in place, didn't have to screw anything down. It's nice and level and flush, which is actually very impressive for, you know, something being 3D printed. We got some barbs here where I had to cut out the support, but that's fine. The ball is going to bash that anyway. But overall, I'm very pleased with how flush this is sitting with the playfield, so it doesn't, you know, it's not going to raise and clip and flip it up and everything like that. So far, highly optimistic about this. Plus, it looks good. The blue matches the playfield, covers up the top layer wear, should be good. So one thing that has always annoyed me about the South Park pinball machine, and this is just a minor gripe honestly, is that the fact that the topper was this sign, which is really cool and really comical, and then Cartman on top. I always wish there was just more than Cartman. It just seems a little odd. Although Cartman is an amazing character, it just seems odd to have one singular kid on top. Fun fact, these toppers and like the kitty mech inside, these are actually toys that were released in 1998 by a company called Fun for All. And you can still find them, which that is what I've done. So this is a replacement for my Cartman here. As you can see, nice, neat, and clean, even though he does have a couple of scuffs. I'll hit that with a magic eraser and make it disappear, but it's the exact same figure through and through. So what I've done is I went out and found all four boys from the same set, and these are gonna be my new toppers. I'm gonna put all four of the boys up top. That way we have all four represented. And like I said, as you can see, Kenny Mech and this Kenny figure, they're the exact same. The really only difference is they cut a hole in the back of it before they installed it in the playfield so they could put lights inside Kenny's head. But go ahead and rig all four boys up top, and then we will have a proper South Park topper. So one of the positives about this machine, since everything else was pretty dirty, was number one, the boards were clean. Number two is somebody actually, you know, had the foresight to actually go ahead and think forward and move the battery tray off the board, because this is a common problem with all pinball machines that use batteries, is that people will store their pinball machines, not play them for a while, leave batteries in there, and they start to corrode, and the corrosion gets all over the board, ruins the board. Well, a lot of people that, you know better have since started moving the batteries off the board in case it starts corroding, leaking, things like that. It's not going to drip all over the board. However, my personal preference is replacing the batteries altogether with NVRAM. It's about $15. It's super easy to do. Basically, all I have to do for these Sega Stern White Star machines, it's pop this out, pop this in, unplug that, and we're good to go. For the older Williams tables, things like that, it's a little more intricate, but for Sega, Data East, Stern machines, it's very simple, plug and play. Plug in your NVRAM, that way you don't ever have to use batteries again, and it'll save your settings, and it'll last for a long time. So right here is the metal stop where the ball will come down, hit that metal piece, and then drop down into the inlane. However, due to the alignment of this, it still sometimes comes down and actually hits that top slingshot, which is why the original slingshot that I had to replace had a big crack in it. So to combat that, what I'm going to do is get one of these silicone rubbers from Titan Pinball. I'm going to put that on the front here. It's going to give it a nice little pad, and it's also going to make sure the ball doesn't drop straight down and hit the top of the slingshot. So it'll put it nice and in line with the inlane drop right there. So on these earlier model machines, as you can see, it used to have a fluorescent tube in here. Somebody at some point updated it with this LED tube, which is awesome, and I applaud them for doing that, because that is a great solution to the issue of obviously having to replace those fluorescent tube bulbs that would burn out. However, I find that this LED strip essentially just lights up the middle of the back box, and I would like the full back box to have nice, full, glowing illumination of the back glass art. So I'm actually going to replace this LED tube with something completely different. This is a full LED panel. It'll replace it and it'll go there and it'll fill up the entire back box and give me that illumination fully of the entire back box image that I'm looking for. Now we got the LED board installed, so everything's going to be nice and bright. One cool feature about this is it actually has a dimmer control, so automatically as soon as I start the game, this will dim down. That way we don't get a crazy amount of reflection and glare and stuff on the playfield itself, the glass. You can adjust the brightness if you want it dimmer, brighter, you know, it's completely user customizable, so that is a very unique and cool feature that I'm excited to have in this machine. All right, let me give you a quick rundown of everything that I've done to date thus far. It's not done by any means, but this is as far as I've got so far. It's in playable, presentable condition. I've got a couple more things in the mail due to show up that'll really kind of push this thing over the top as far as the finishing touches and everything, but cleaned everything from top to bottom, inside and out, you name it. Everything from the wire harness to the cabinet itself, everything is now dust-free and speck-free, and you know, I'll give it a couple more wipe downs because I've been still tinkering inside here and I've got dust particles floating around. But other than that, everything is clean. Last time you saw it, everything was filthy. Replaced all the incandescent bulbs with LEDs from Comet. A lot of them were burnt out, and just, you know, LEDs look so much nicer. We did the Cliffy back here for the Kinney hole. Got that all nice and protected. Got the 3D printed version for the Cartman hole, as well as the inlane drops there, so that's going to cover up the wear damage we had there, as well as give it nice level of protection. Replaced all the post sleeves, rubbers, everything like that. So I got light blue skinny sleeves over here because the normal posts were actually too fat to let the ball come through. So I got slim Stern light blues there, yellow there to go and coordinate with the, you know, the colors on the playfield and everything. And I got white back here. We also did the 3D printed snow mounds instead of the plastic. So the Kinney plastic back here, it always gets cracked and broken and everything, mainly due to Kinney bouncing around when you kill him and dropping down. It breaks the plastic pretty frequently. You'll very rarely ever see a South Park machine that doesn't have this plastic or this plastic broken. So I decided to just get rid of it completely and, you know, do the 3D printed snow mounds, and I think it looks nice. We did lots and lots of powder coating, but I'm not done. Got both rails powder coated, the one in the back here for the mystery hole, as well as this right here, kick out for the Cartman hole. Did LED light back here for the trough, give it a little more illumination down here by the flippers. Put white flipper rubbers on there, as well as the slings, as opposed to the black ones that it came standard with. We did the blue little rubber right there to slow down the ball, as well as make sure everything is going down in the right lane. Replaced the broken plastic here for the sling because it had a giant chip out of it. Downside about the South Park machine is there's no company out there that is making plastics for these South Park pinball machines. So 100% restricted to either A, hoping somebody's going to post something on eBay soon, or B, you know, making your own plastics. Did the side art blades. I have these in all my pinball machines, and I think it really just finishes everything out. Looks great. We did the Christmas post trees, star posts up here. Got rid of that clear, went with the green, white top, so it looks like those evergreen trees. Plastic back here, the original one that came with this machine, not the original one of the machine, but it was the wrong size. It was a smaller square. Replaced that target with a wider one, so got new decals here. When I first picked up this machine, 2 of these decals were completely missing. Missing target here. Replaced all the decals on the characters' faces, so all the decals are fresh. This target was completely broke when I picked up the machine. Replaced that drop target, stand-up target, it's not a drop target. Replace that, put a new decal on it, so everything's decaled nice and neat. What else? Oh yeah, put instruction cards and play cards over here. It didn't come with anything. And on the front of the machine, ripped off the lock bar. Still got the holes because I'm still waiting for my cabinet artwork to show up. As soon as that does, I'll go ahead and plug sand and make everything look nice and neat when I get ready to prep everything. Also probably going to powder coat the coin door as well as the shooter housing right here, but powder coated all the armor. Originally I was thinking light blue, and then I just decided I wanted to do something different. I'd seen a few machines online that had light blue, and I just, you know, I wanted to do something different. I went with the Sega blue that has some metallic inlay into it, so it kind of matches the dark blue of the playfield there. And me being a Sega fanboy, I had to get it. But in the light, it looks absolutely amazing. In this overcast day in the garage, not so much, but everything's brand new, nice and shiny. Leg bolts, side armor, hinges, everything looks great. Even replaced the T-molding, so I had black T-molding, of course. Replaced that with royal blue to match the armor. We did the LED backbox upgrade, so we got the dimming backbox light. Everything illuminates completely. Did the topper. Still not done with the topper, but you got all 4 boys represented as opposed to just Cartman. What else? What else? Oh yeah, got brand new pinballs all around, the super shiny kind, replaced all the old dingy ones. Nice chromed out look. We did a shooter lane protector. We did the awesome Titan pinball decal that goes down on the lock bar mechanism, which is a must-have for any old machines. I think it really spruces it up real nice, and it's very simple. You just throw on that decal. And pretty much that is this stage of the game, you know. Like I said, everything's cleaned up. Oh yeah, we did the skirts and all that. But basically, I mean, this thing is ready to go other than a couple of finishing touches. I definitely need a little gate right here. Everyone that I've found online is out of stock of this gate, but it prevents the ball from going back and forth when it shouldn't. So other than that, pretty happy with it. Excited the way it's looking. Like I said, not done, but when I am done, I'll let you know with a new video. So if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like button, share this video with your friends who found the information helpful, and as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.